Hey everybody, Wayne here. Welcome to part 2 of my playthrough of Stalingrad Solitaire. There is a part 1. It has already been released, so check that out. You probably want to before you dive into this one, unless you want to see kind of the action start to heat up. In that case, feel free. I also have a recon video out already on this game, unboxing, and then I will have an overview and review. Not sure when exactly that'll go up, but that will be coming as well. So, all right, let's go ahead and dive into this part 2. In part 1, we did turns 1 and 2. Here, we're going to start turn 3. Hoping to get through more than 2 turns, but we'll see how it goes. So, all right, let's dive in. Strategic phase. First step, random event. Draw a card. Reshuffle cards. +2 to wounded index. Disease spreads. Oh, great. All right, so wounded, which we were at 0, is up to 2. I'll go ahead and shuffle these cards up. Let me see here. Yeah, I think for this turn, no matter what, I think we're going to launch that attack. I want to continue building up our defenses in other places, but I'm going to launch that attack on the Stalingrad Central and try to capture that. I think it'd be good to capture that, so. All right. I will call it shuffled here. Weather determination. Weather is fair. So we go from poor to fair. Very nice. Luftwaffe commitment, table A. All right, and we have, what's our SSI? 9. So we'll be at +2. So Luftwaffe. That's a 3, so average. So they drop from strong to average. And then the relief force commitment, 3, they stay at average. So, bummer. Determine general morale level. Again, we have all the same areas, no gains or losses, so it's going to stay at 33. Determine initiative points. 33 divided by 6, drop the remainder, or divided by 5, excuse me, drop the remainder, gives us 6 initiative points. All right, resolve airlift, table B. Let's see, direwolf modifiers, we don't have any. Luftwaffe commitment is just average, so no modifiers, unfortunately. And then we have both airfields, so no modifiers there. So just straight die roll with fair weather. One supply. Oh, man. So we had 8. We go up to 9. That's not good at all, but gotta live with it. All right, conduct unit upkeep. Let's see. Let's go do, just like we did last couple turns. We're going to supply 20 units. We're going to leave 2 unsupplied. These 2 guys right here, which will cost us 4 supply, which just only gained 1. That hurts us now, because we're down to only 5 supply. Hopefully, we're going to get some more in soon. So let's see. Yep, so we have 2 unsupplied. So let's go ahead and do the upkeep. Roll on that. Just 2, so no modifiers. A 3, thankfully, so no losses. So, whew. All right. All right, okay. Let's check something on the camera here. All right. On to the German phase. Perform our actions, including appeals. Now let's do that freedom of action appeal again. Remember, now we have a freedom of action appeal +1 marker. And here's the deal. Whether we get it or not, we're going to launch that attack. I feel like we gotta. So let's go ahead and freedom of action. Oh, that's 1 IP, by the way. Let's go ahead and roll it with a +1. You at least need a 5. Oh, baby. All right, granted. So we now have freedom of action. Where is it? Boom. Freedom of action. Now we can launch our attacks. It'll tell you. For instance, it'll say, I thought it was right there. Oh, whatever. It doesn't matter. Basically, we can launch our attacks now. We have the freedom of action, right? So that's perfect timing. Awesome. All right. Let's see what do we got here. So with our 5 IPs, we're gonna launch. So we're gonna launch an attack. So how it works is you don't resolve the attacks till the very end of all your actions are done, but we can still declare it. So we're gonna declare an attack on Stalingrad Central here. We're gonna attack from these 2 adjacent areas, and there's only 2 that have connecting. So we have 2 units here. Infantry, and 3 units here, infantry, which you can attack with up to 3 units from 1 space. We're going to have 5 units attacking. The attack will be 1 IP. In addition, what we're going to do is we're going to spend, let me double check. I know we're going to commit supply. So we're going to commit up to 3 supply to the attack. I'll put the supply markers there next to it. That's going to give us a bonus on our attack. I just want to make sure that, okay, 1 IP is deducted for the attack. Yep, no matter how many units. Yep, that's what I thought. So I did mark it down already. Yep, mark it down to 4. You may spend up to 3 supply points against a particular target area. That's what we're going to do. So we have 3. What that's going to do is it's going to give us a bonus to our attack, which you'll see when we resolve it on the table, that basically you need extra supply, because when you're rolling to an attack, if you roll a 1 through 6, there's no effect on the attack. So basically you need the supply. You're going to need to commit supply, or else you literally have no chance. It's possibility if you have like panzers involved, you get a +1 type of thing. But other than that, you're going to need to put some supply in if you really want a good chance. So, all right, let's see. So should I commit 3 supply or just 2? Oh God, guys, what should I do? Let's commit all 3. So 1, 2, 3. So we're down to 2 supply. That's rough. Okay, that's not good. So starting next turn, we got to build our supply back up, or at least try to. So anyway, we've committed to that attack. It's the only attack we're going to commit to. We don't have supply for anything else. We have our 4 IPs. Let's go ahead. Spend 2 IPs to... let's build a unactivated PDM. Place it here. And then, actually, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. And then we'll go ahead and spend our last 2 IPs to upgrade this unactivated PDM to a active one. So, all right, perfect. That's it for our actions. Now we have to resolve our German attacks. Table E should be popping up here. So we are looking at attacking again Stalingrad Central from these 2 areas adjacent to it. We have, let's see here. So we have supplied units. There is, the 1 will be depleted. The other 4 are full strength. Depleted will have a -1 on his die roll modifier. We get a +1 for each of the supplies. Again, we're committing 3. So basically each unit here will be a +3. Other than the depleted, it'll be only a +2. You can see we need to get a 7 or more to cause a retreat to basically take this spot. So no panzers nor motorized. It's just just infantry, which the panzers and motorized wouldn't help in the Stalingrad areas anyway. So let's do it. So the first German unit here, he'll have a +3. So we need at least a 4. A 2, unsuccessful. Second one, need at least a 4. A 3, unsuccessful. All right, now he only has a +2. It's reduced unit. So he will need what? A 5. Yep, he needs a 5. A 2, unsuccessful. Okay, this infantry needs at least a 4. He's +3. A 4. Whew. All right, so we cause the... Boom. We cause the retreat. We get to pick the retreat. There's really only one place anyway, so he crosses over. You retreat. The Russian unit retreats here. All right. Now, we can take this spot. However, again, it costs more. Let's see. 2 supply points. We can advance as many as we want. So we have 2 supply, so we use them. So we go to 0 supply. We're completely out of supply. Thankfully, that is enough. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and advance as many as we want. We're going to advance 3. Leave this reduced. And then advance him as well. So we'll put 3 units there. And that was there. That was there. Boom. We have taken Stalingrad Central. Now that is a red-lined area. So that's worth 3 morale. So we're going to go ahead and raise our morale right now from 33 to 36. Technically, I don't know if you necessarily do it. You may do it at the end stage when you count for morale, or, well, the beginning, actually, during the strategic phase. But I like to do it now. It's easier to keep track of. They don't have to keep recounting everything every turn. So just a little trick there. Little tip trick. All right. Captured that. Awesome. Let's resolve the Hoth Relief Force attack. Table F. What are we at? We're at average here. So look at the table. Average, just a straight die roll. A 3. That's no effect, so he stays where he is at 2. I don't know if he's going to be able to relieve us this game. I'm having my doubts. All right. Soviet phase, status of final offensive check. To go ahead and draw a card. Offensive +1. So the final offensive, which was been stuck on 1 for forever, will move up to 2. Determine Soviet target areas. Attacks all. Oh man. All right. So every area now that is adjacent to a Soviet will be attacked. How I'm going to do it is I'm going to start over here. We're going to work our way clockwise around. All right. So the Soviet attack table, you can see it here. Let's go ahead and start here. Like I said, we're going to work here, and go. Just go around the perimeter. I find that's the easiest way for me to not miss a spot. So first one right here. Let's go ahead and roll. And again, you can see the table on the screen. Basically, everyone's occupied. Every spot is occupied. So they're all going to have to roll either, just depending. We'll see. We'll explain the results as they happen. So first one, a 5. That's DX, which would only be if it was a depleted unit or a battle group. Instead, because I have a full strength unit, no effect. So here. Oh, actually, we'll do here because we're going to go like that. So here, a 2. So that's no effect. However, you can see the number 2 is in brackets. That means the Soviets can do a follow-up attack, so a second attack. 1, no effect. Here. 4, that causes wounded. So the wounded marker, where is it at? A 2, it goes up to 3. Okay, here. 5, DX, so no effect. Here. 1, no effect. Here. 5, DX, so it'll be no effect. 4, wounded. So wounded goes up by 1. Here. A 6. All right, so that is a hit. German defeats, it's called. So we're going to flip this PDM. So we're going to take the loss on the prepared defense marker, flipping it over to unactivated. And because it's a 6, you can see the brackets. They could do a follow-up, so they could do another attack. A 5. Thankfully, we have a full strength unit there, so no further effect. Right here. A 1, no effect. Right here. Oh, he's not adjacent. It'll be this one right here. Wounded. Not bad. I almost gave myself an extra hit for no reason. All right, so not adjacent. He is adjacent, so we'll have these. So right here. No effect. Right here. No effect. Right here. Loose die. It's a 3, though. No effect. And then right here, final attack. 5, DX. No effect. Full strength unit. So, all right. So we didn't lose any. We did take a hit up here, and we suffered some wounded. But we did not lose any places, thankfully. So, a little bummer to take 1, but then lose it somewhere else. So, but as you can see, when they start attacking everywhere, it just gets worse and worse. And that's why once you have that final offensive marker, they will attack every place, every turn. It's bad. In fact, they actually attack it twice. So you can imagine. Okay. All right. Resolve to Soviet attack. We just did that. Evaluation phase. Modify strategic situation index. Table H. Let's go ahead and roll on that. Everything is average here. We don't have the attack without a weight, but we have no markers, no modifiers. Basically, no modifiers. A 5. So it'll be a +1. Oh, yeah. So the SSI goes from 9 back up to 10. So the overall strategic situation in the front there is doing pretty good. So, track of German collapse. Nope, no chance. I'm doing good. Determine victory. The game's not over. And advance to turn marker. So we will go on to turn 4. All right, to turn 4 here. Random event. First step. +2 to wounded index. Okay, so up to 7. Weather determination. Draw a card. Weather is fair, so it stays a fair. Luftwaffe commitment, table A. And then also our relief force commitment, of course. SSI is 10, so we get a +2 to both rolls. So for the Luftwaffe, 8, so it's strong. And then for the relief force, +2, 8, also strong. Not too bad, not too bad. German morale level. Again, we already kind of modified it last turn, so we're at 36. Determine initiative points. Aha. So now, instead of only getting 6, we're actually going to get 7 IPs. Because we're at 36, divided by 5 is 7. So, oh, where is it? Oh, yeah, right there. Hidden under my 0 supply. All right. Trying to think, did I skip the airlift last turn? Is that what happened? No, I didn't. I only got like 1 though. That's what it was. Anyway, sorry. I was thinking because I was looking at the airlift. I'm like, man, I need some supply here. So anyway, resolve the airlift step. Table B. So we got to roll. We have fair weather. So we have Luftwaffe commitment is strong. So we had a +2. We need to roll high. We need lots of supply. 2. 2 + 2 is 4. Fair weather 4. So we get 4 supply. That is not enough, by the way. Not enough at all. In fact, now we'll conduct our unit upkeep. Let's go ahead and we'll spend, well, we'll spend all of our supply back down to 0 to supply 20 units, leaving 2. And our, our goods, our standbys, they're probably getting a little mad. We keep leaving them unsupplied, but it is what it is. So these 2 guys. And now let's go ahead and roll on that upkeep chart, upkeep table to see what happens. Straight die roll, a 1, so they're fine. Nothing bad happens to them. Relax, guys. You're fine. All right. Okay, so that was upkeep, German phase, perform actions, including appeals. Now we're going to do an airlift appeal. So spend 1 IP, drop to 6. Airlift, we need some additional supply, hopefully. Shouldn't be any modifiers, unfortunately for us. No pluses or anything. So let's go ahead and straight die roll. A 1. No effect. So we asked for airlift. We said, please bring us some supplies. They dropped some hats or something. Hey, we got nothing. We got nothing. So we're at 0 supply. Horrible. All right. Well, okay. So with our 6 IPs here, I guess at this point, really, we're just going to hunker down. I know it seems kind of lame, but at the same time, listen, you don't understand, guys. In the next few turns, especially once they get up there, they're going to start hitting us hard. We're not going to have enough prepared defenses. You may think I'm like not being, proactive or whatever. I'm lucky. We're lucky we got that 1 spot. Trust me. In real life, remember, didn't happen. Now, oh yeah, it's going to be bad. You just watch. So, all right, with our 6 IPs, let's spend 2. Let's convert this one to activated. Let's spend 2 more. Convert this one. Build it up to activated. And then let's spend our last 2 to build a new one right here at this bad boy. Boom. Oh, unactivated. Sorry, no cheating. There we go. All right, we're getting our defenses up, but it's going to be it. Trust me, it's going to get tough soon. So, all right, resolve German attacks. I think we're pretty much done attacking. We took that one area. I don't think we're going to have a good chance for a link up. I mean, that'd be the other option. So when you talk about attacking, like obviously you're surrounded. You don't have a lot of. It takes a lot to attack. You guys saw with supply. You could take an area like Central Stalingrad here so you get the additional morale, which it's going to give you another IP. Also, the other thing really that makes sense tactically, operationally, would be to attack out here and try to take this area and move towards the Hoth entry and try to actually meet up with. Because you get the link up, the game ends there. But that's a lot of places to make it, and I just don't think we're going to try that. That's not the strategy we're taking this game. So, just FYI. All right, resolve Hoth relief force attack. Sorry, filmed this pretty early in the morning. I haven't learned to speak yet. Our relief force is strong, so 4. With it strong, advance. So advance to 3. Oh, speak of the devil. All right, Soviet phase, status of final offensive check, draw a card. Offensive +2. Oh boy. So up to 4. They're halfway to 8. Determine Soviet target attack areas. Attacks even. So attack every even space. So we're gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna check for evens though. Let's see here. So this one, 23, odd. 24, even, so he will get attacked. 1, no effect. This area is 22. And we're only attacking evens, right? Oh, so it is this one, actually. 3, no effect. Right here, odd, no attack. Even. No effect. Right here, 50, so even. Wounded goes up by 1. And then right here, 51, odd. Number adjacent areas that are even. 57, odd. 56, even. Attacks there. Wounded goes up by 1. Not adjacent. Here's adjacent. 54. Ooh. All right, so we take a hit. We're going to have to reduce a unit. Fortunately, we don't have a PDM to absorb it, so we have to reduce a unit. And it's a 6. The brackets, they get to do a follow-up attack. 3, no effect. Here, even. No effect. Here, odd, even. No effect. and odd. Okay, so not too bad. We took one hit over here, which we have a stack of 3, so I'm not super worried about that area. Okay, so that was resolving Soviet attacks. On to the evaluation phase. Modify Strategic Situation Index. Go ahead and roll on that. Luftwaffe is strong, and so is the relief force, which means a total of -2, I believe. Yep, so -2 to the roll. 4 minus 2 is 2. SSI drops by 1, so down to 9. Check for German collapse. No worries there. Victory. Nope, game is not over yet. And we'll advance a turn marker and on to turn 5. Unlike my first video, we're going to continue through. We're going to definitely play more than 2 turns in this one. Start of turn 5. Strategic phase. First step, random event. Draw a card. Plus or -1 to any appeal roll this turn. Oh man, we'll set this over here as a reminder. It's a bummer. Weather determination. Weather is fair. Stays on fair. Luftwaffe commitment, table A. Let's go ahead and check with our SSI is 9, so we're going to need a +2 to this and the relief force. So 6 remains strong. And then we'll check the relief force. 6 remains strong. German morale, again, we're at 36. German initiative points. 36 divided by 5. Drop in remainders. We will be at 7 IPs. All right, resolve the airlift. Table B. Weather is fair. Luftwaffe commitment is strong, so we get a +2. So we need lots of supply. Roll high, roll high. 5, 6, 7. Boom, we get 7 supply. We needed that. We definitely needed that supply. All right. Conduct unit upkeep. Let's go ahead. Same story. I know, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just apply 20 units, leaving this poor guy and this poor guy unsupplied. Go ahead and give it a roll. They've been fine this time. So far, they're going to be fine now. Trust me. 4, no losses. See? Told ya. So I have to roll a 5 or higher for many losses. No big deal, guys. You'll be fine. Here's some bullets. Here's some beans. Just whatever's left over you can have. All right, on to the German phase. Perform actions including appeals. Now, -1 any appeal this turn. Let's go ahead and do... We'll try an airlift. Just keep trying to build up our supplies. So we'll spend 1 IP, and then -1 to our appeal, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and straight die roll. -1. 5 minus 1 is 4, which gives us +2 supply. So we're up to 5. So that's, you know, hey, we're not totally destitute. All right. What do we have? Our 6 IPs left here at this point. Okay. Let's spend 2 IPs to convert this unactivated to activated. Oops. Let's go ahead and spend 1 IP to evacuate 3 wounded. 1, 2, 3. So another IP. 1, 2, 3. 3 more wounded. Now we're at 2 IPs. Let's go ahead and attack the... Oh, do I spend supply on that, though? That's okay. I think we're going to do that. We'll attack the tactical attack. So what that is basically... we have 1 IP and 2 supply points. So we're going to do that. So we'll spend 1 IP, and we'll spend 2 supply. 1, 2. And we can do a tactical attack against... the Russians, like an abstracted attack. What that is trying to hold off the final offensive. So go ahead. What we do, we spent our IP and supply. We're gonna draw a card, and we're gonna try to get one of these numbers here. So let's go ahead and flip. So an 11, which is where's the numbers? Okay, 11 is okay. Move it back 1 space. Yeah, so we are successful. So our little tactical distraction attacks work. So we, with the final offensive, instead of 4, it'll go back to 3. Ha ha ha. Basically pushing back that final offensive and, you know, hopefully farther into the future. So as is, I'm looking at it, we got 1 IP. We kind of did all we could. I don't... I suppose we could do... How much does it take for a battle group? Oh, supply points. I don't want to spend those on that. So, all right, we're going to go ahead. We're going to end our turn here. So that means we don't get to, we basically lose the IP. Unfortunately, we get to keep them. So it does go to 0. We lose 1. But there's really nothing else to do at this point. We're kind of hedgehogging a little bit. And with one of them, there's not much. I don't want to spend what's left of my supply. I only have 3 left. So this is it. All right, resolve German attacks. None. Resolve Hoth Relief Force attack. Let's go ahead. We have strong commitment. 4 advance. Can't believe it. 4. It's amazing. It's making it that far. All right. Soviet phase. Status of final offensive checked. Offensive +1. So it creeps back up to 4. Determine Soviet target areas. Draw a card. Attack any 3. So I'm going to pick here, here, and here. So I'm going to attack this one first. 4, so we suffer wounded. Was up by 1. And then I said here, right? Right here. 3, no effect. And then what are the other area I said? Right here, yeah. Wounded, okay. So not too bad. We suffer some more wounded, and unfortunate, but we didn't lose any areas at least. All right, those are resolving our Soviet attacks. Evaluation phase. Modify strategic situation index. Go ahead and roll on that. We should have a -2 to the roll because the commitments are strong. Oh, so that is a -2, which means the SSI goes down by 2, so it drops to 7. Uh-oh, not as good there. All right, check for German collapse. No worries. Victory. Game is not over. Advance game turn marker. Let's go to turn 6. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and start turn 6 here. Strategic phase, random event. Remove 1 supply point each turn for the rest of the game. What? Remove 1 supply point each turn for the rest of the game. That's horrifying. So I guess I'll put this over here as a reminder. Remove 1 supply point each turn for the rest of the game. Milch put in charge of airlift. Ah, Milch. Thanks, Milch. All right, so what are we at? Our supplies are at 3, so go ahead and just drop it to 2 now. All right, weather determination. Weather is poor. Fantastic. Not fantastic, by the way. Being sarcastic. Luftwaffe commitment. And then a relief force commitment as well. Let's go ahead and check. SSI right now is at 7. So we'll get a +1. So a 7. So that's strong on the Luftwaffe. And then the relief force, a 2. So that's actually weak. So the relief force is like, nah, we're not really feeling it right now. You guys are on your own. Determined German morale level. Still 36. Didn't gain or lose any areas. Initiative points. Remember, it's going to be 7 now. It's right there, right? Oh, right there. Oh, the markers are coming up spots here. I can't see. Resolve airlift, table B, which at least our Luftwaffe is strong. So we will get that +2. So +2, but it's poor weather. So 4 under poor weather is 2. So we get 2 supply. So we go up to 4. Oh, boy. All right. So conduct unit upkeep. We're going to spend all our supply to put 20 units in supply, which means, again, 2 left over. You know, our good boys here. They've been so cool. They've been good. There's no worries. No worries. We're rolling the cable. Not going to be... There we go. See, told you guys. Told you guys. No worries. Of course, we're at 0 supply, so we're not going to be doing much else. Sitting in our frozen holes, I guess. I don't know. All right. German phase. Perform actions, including appeals. Whew. Well, we need some supplies, so we're going to appeal for an airlift. So go ahead and spend 1 IP to conduct an airlift appeal. Roll to 2. +1. Yes, +1 supply. Awesome. So we went from 0 to 1. That's great, isn't it? Oh boy. I think our supply situation may be in trouble. I'm just say that. I'm gonna say it. All right, let's go ahead. What do we have with our 6 IPs? We don't have like... Oh man, this is tough. I don't know if I've had this in a game before where we have no supply. We have these IPs. Our defenses are pretty much built up because you're limited by prepared defense markers, I believe. Oh, I actually do have some more. I thought I had none. I do have some more. So let's go ahead and start building some more of these bad boys. So 1, 2, and let's put it right here. 1, 2. put it right here. And 1, 2. So all of our IPs. Basically, like I said, we're hunkering down, and that is that. All right, cool. Yeah, he has 3 units, so we're not going to worry about him there. I think that's it for us. No German attacks. Pretty much we're done attacking the rest of the game. I'm not going to push towards Hoth. Resolve Hoth Relief Force attack. Speaking of which, his commitment is weak, so it's gonna be tough. In fact, it's pretty much gonna be guaranteed no effect. We roll a 4, no effect, so he doesn't retreat at least, but just stays where he is. All right, Soviet phase stats the final offensive. Draw a card. Offensive +1, so they will go to 5. Or once it reaches 8, the final offensive begins. Determines Soviet attack areas. Attacks all even areas. Okay, go ahead. We'll do our usual. Starting around here. Go around the perimeter. Even. That was an odd area. That is an even area right here. 4. So we suffer wounded. Wounded goes to 6. Even area. DX. No effect. Odd area. Even area. Ah, it's a hit. So PDM will be reduced, and he gets a follow-up attack. 4, wounded. All right, here he's even. DX, no effect. Here, odd, even. It's right here. Oh man, PDM takes a hit, and it gets a follow-up attack. 5 DX. We have full strength units, no effect. Right here, I think he's even too. Yep. Odd, or excuse me, 1 and no effect. I'm getting all confused here. All right, here, he's even. No effect. Odd, even. No effect. Odd. Okay. Whew. Kind of survived. We took some hits, but we're doing fine. Doing fine so far. All right. Resolve Soviet attacks. We just did that. Evaluation phase. Modify strategic situation index. Let's go ahead and roll on that. We will have a Luftwaffe. We get is strong, so we get a -1. Relief is weak, so that is a +1. So no modifiers for the die roll. Roll a 1, so it drops 2. Where's it at here? It's at 7, so it drops to 5. Uh-oh. Not so good there. All right, no German collapse. Game is not over, and we're going to advance to turn marker. All right. So we starting turn 7 here. All right, let's go ahead and dive into turn 7. Strategic phase, random event, draw a card. Lose half IPs if turn 8 or greater. Well, it's turn 7, so no worries. No worries there. All right, weather determination. Weather is the same, so it stays poor. Luftwaffe and Relief Force commitment. Our SSI is down to, what is it, 5? So we'll get a, what is that, +1? Or excuse me, -1 to the roll. So -1 to each roll. That's rough. All right, so that's a 2. So Luftwaffe commitment goes from strong to weak. And then -1, 2. So again, Relief Force stays at weak this time. So basically, they're saying, yeah, we're not going to give you any help because we need to stabilize the rest of the front here. So I get it, but I don't like it. Trim drum morale, 36. Yep, we're good. Initiative, that means it's going to give us, our IP is going to give us 7. Resolve airlift, table B. So it'll be poor weather. Luftwaffe is weak, -2. So -2 to the die roll in weather, so it's a 0. So we get no supply. And Milch put in charge, remember, remove 1 supply point for each turn the rest of the game. So our 1 supply goes to 0. So, okay, here's where we're going to have some trouble. Conduct unit upkeep, table C. So we have no supplies at this point. So we cannot put any of our combat units in supply. So everyone's going to be out of supply. So we're going to have to roll for each unit, which we have 22 units out of supply, which if he's checked in the table, means if 10 plus unsupplied units, you get it's a +3 to each roll. It's not +3 to each roll, it's a +3 overall. So, and each, it'll tell you how many losses you take. So, +3, die roll. What do we get? Oh, God. All right, so 6 plus 3, 9, which means we take 4 losses. And it can't be PDMs or anything like that. It has to be our actual units. So 4 losses due to the lack of supply. Horrifying. All right, so let's 1, 2. So we reduced and then eliminated him. That's 2. With this reduced unit, we'll eliminate him. That's 3. And then this reduced unit here, 4. Okay, so that is the damage we'll take. So damage is done. Wow, 4 losses there. Okay, we survived, but it wasn't pretty. All right, German phase, perform actions including appeals. Let's go ahead and spend an IP and try to get airlift some supply. That's all we can do. 1d6, roll to 2, so we get 1 supply. Ooh, thanks. We need some good weather. We need some supply coming in. That's what we need for sure. As it is, let's go ahead and spend some IPs. 1, 2, and build our PDMs back up here. Build that one back up. Spend 2 more IPs. Build this one up. And then 2 more IPs. We'll go ahead and build this one up. Boom. Okay. Yeah. All right. Resolve German attacks. None. Hoth relief force attack. Again, it's going to be just a straight roll. We're at weak, so 3. No effect, so he stays where he is. Soviet phase, status of final offensive checked. Final offensive, 0, -1. That's if the, what is it, the second number? I know we checked this earlier in the game, but I cannot remember it. My bad, guys. All right. 3 or higher. Okay, so if Hoth force is in 3 or higher, so I can use the second number. So it'd be either if SSI is 8 or higher, or if the Hoth relief force is 3 or higher, you use the second box, which the second box was -1. So the final offensive is actually delayed a little bit, back to 4. So the final offensive is taking a while to it's getting stalled, which I'm okay with. All right, let's determine Soviet target areas. Draw a card. All right, attacks, odd. So every odd area. All right, let's go ahead and resolve those attacks. That is odd, so right here. 5 DX, no effect. Right, it's even, odd. Hit, bummer. And he gets a follow-up attack. No effect. Right, let's see. Even, odd. No effect. Odd. It's a hit. And a follow-up attack. No effect. Even. Oh, he's not adjacent anyway. Even. I got more even areas. Odd right here. It's Romanians. What do you expect? Just kidding. Even. So no, and then odd right here. So. All right, no effect. So, all right, not too bad. Evaluation phase. Modify SSI. Go ahead and roll on that. We're going to have weak, so +1. And then +1, +1, because they're both weak. So total +2. So we roll a 3. That is 0. So the SSI stays where it is. No worry about German collapse yet. German victory if game is over. Game is not over. Advance the turn marker. Go ahead and start turn 8. All right, beginning of turn 8. Strategic phase. Random event. +1 to SSI immediately. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Weather determination. Weather is fair, so it goes from poor to fair. Here's our chance to get some supply in. Luftwaffe commitment. SSI, what is it actually at? 6, so no modifiers at all. Yep, it's a straight die roll for Luftwaffe and for relief force. So 5, so strong Luftwaffe, and then relief force, a 3, which is what, average? Yep. So, okay, so we get a little more support now. German morale level, 36. Initiative bonus, or initiative points, maybe at 7. Oop, there we go. Resolve our airlift, table B. fair weather. Luftwaffe is strong, so we had a +2. Roll high. Think high numbers, baby. Yes. 7, 8. So we get 7 supply. Now we do, remember, reduce by old Milchy here. So let's say we get 6 in, but still. 6 + 1, so we're at 7 supply. Oh, fantastic. Mwah, awesome. All right. Well, good news is, so now we'll go to unit upkeep. Nice thing is, now we're down to 19 units. Because remember, we had 22 basically the whole game, and then we had that vicious attack, or not vicious attack, but actual lack of supply last turn. We had to take 4 losses. We ended up removing 3 combat units from the game, which means that we're at 19 units. So if we spend 4 supply, every unit is in supply. We could also just only spend 3 supply and leave 4 unsupplied and then roll with a +1. You know, that's an option, but right now I'm gonna go ahead and just spend them while we have them here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. And you have to cover all of them, right? So even though we only have 19, it's not like we could spend less supply. We have to spend 4 supply to get all of them if we want to have them in supply, which I do. So, all right. It's the upkeep. German phase, perform actions, including appeals. Let's appeal for an airlift again. We still need supply. We're still only at 3. So 1 IP, appeal for the airlift. Oh, baby. 4, +2 supply. I'll take it, so up to 5. I'll take anything I can get. Thanks, Milch. Let's see here. 1, 2, IP. We're going to build our PDMs back up again, hopefully. So here, 1, 2, here, and then 1, 2, right here. All right, good. Sitting pretty there. We're sitting pretty. It's all of our IPs. No German attacks. Hoth relief force. I'm going to check that. We are at, what is it? It's at average. A 1. He retreats. It goes from 4 box down to 3 box. Soviet phase. Stats final offensive check. Draw a card. Offensive +1/0. He's in box 3 or higher, so it'll be 0. So it will not move towards final offensive. Good for us. Resolve Soviet attacks. Determine Soviet target areas. We'll do that first. Attacks even, all the even spots. And now we'll go ahead and resolve them. So let's do our usual whoop, like that. That was odds. This is even, so we will attack here first. DX, no effect. Oops, I think that's, yeah, that's odd. Oh, it's a hit. Bummer. All right, and a follow-up attack. Wounded. So wounded go from 7 to 8. Even. It's a hit. Don't like that. Follow-up attack. No effect. Even. No effect. Odd. Odd. Even. That's a hit. Jesus. Damn Russians. Let's wait till final offensive begins, guys. Trust me, it's going to be brutal. The follow-up attack. No, another hit. Okay. All right, so go ahead and we'll eliminate this reduced one. And then I get another follow-up attack. DX, no effects. We have full strength unit there. Even. DX, no effect. Even. No effect. Odd. Even. No effect. And odd. Okay, so not so good up there, though. That was not good for us. All right, evaluation phase. Modify SSI. Where are we at here with our modifiers? So we have strong and then average. So Luftwaffe come in as strong, so -1. So we rolled a 2. That's a -1 in the SSI, so SSI drops from 6 to 5. German collapse, nope. Victory, nope, game is not over. And advance a game turn marker. And we will be advancing it on to turn 9. I'm going to go ahead and call this video here. First video was just 2 turns. This one is what we got 7 turns in, or 6 turns in. I think that's not too bad. Again, keep the video short and sweet, and you can watch it quick. No big deal. I will continue on. We will finish this game. It's taking longer for the final offensive to start, but that's good for us because the longer it takes for it to start, the more territory we'll be able to hold. And at the end of the game, the better off we'll be. And maybe it can do better than the historical victory. We shall see. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Comment, like the video. You guys know the deal. But until next time, later.